Well, that was fascinating to see Senator Elizabeth Warren receiving such adulation at the Democratic National Convention, eh? Here's a clip.
Now, we are here tonight because America faces a choice, the choice of a new president. On one side is a man who inherited a fortune from his father and kept it going by cheating people, by skipping out on debts. A man who has never sacrificed anything for anyone. A man who cares only for himself every minute of every day.
Wow, Elizabeth Warren talking about cheating. I think that's the very definition of chutzpah. That's because Warren still clings to the utter falsehood that she's part Native American. I believe she's 1/16 Indian, if memory serves, and hey, check out those high cheekbones. And yet the left and most of the mainstream media never challenged her on this fabrication. That's odd. I always thought the left was totally against the idea of cultural misappropriation. You know, folks, don't wear a sombrero unless you're actually a real Mexican, even if it's Halloween. But thankfully, over the years, Breitbart News has exhaustively documented the facts surrounding Warren's claims of Native American ancestry. And guess what? Turns out she has zero credible evidence to support those claims. Warren's flimsy proof that she's Indian is downright laughable. One piece of debunked evidence was her inclusion of Warren family recipes in something called the Pow Wow Chow Cookbook. This book was published by the Five Civilized Tribes Museum in 1984. The book's publishers claim all of the recipes in the book were contributed by descendants of the five civilized tribes: Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Creek, and Seminole. Warren says she's Cherokee, by the way. I wonder if I could claim to be Cherokee if I were to drive a certain SUV made by Jeep. But I digress. But check this out. Breitbart demonstrated that two of the recipes contributed by Warren as evidence of her Cherokee heritage were actually copied from a 1979 New York Times news service article. And to think that the Dems and the media went crazy when Melania lifted parts of Michelle's speech. Oh, well, I guess there's even a double standard for plagiarism these days. Now, Warren's second piece of debunked evidence is the purported 1894 marriage license application, which was said to list her great-great-grandmother as Native American. Just one hitch. This document doesn't exist. Oh, but there is some evidence that implicates Warren's great-great-great-grandfather, Jonathan Crawford, as being a member of the Tennessee militia in the 1830s. This militia rounded up the local Cherokee as the first step in their forced Trail of Tears journey to Oklahoma. Yikes! This would be akin to someone claiming Jewish heritage because their great-grandfather was a member of the SS stationed at Auschwitz. But it gets worse. This pseudo-Pocahontas has made claims of Native ancestry to at least three separate employers: the law schools of the University of Texas, the University of Pennsylvania, and Harvard. Hey, nothing like making use of some affirmative action programs to boost one's career, eh? In fact, in one Harvard Crimson article, Elizabeth Warren is actually listed as a woman of color. Take a good look at Warren. Sorry, Liz. No amount of tanning bed time is going to make you a woman of color. And yet, inexplicably, the mainstream media gives Hillary Clinton's biggest cheerleader a pass when it comes to repeated false claims of Native heritage. Could you imagine, folks, the front page media outrage if, say, a senior Trump campaigner falsely claimed to be Native? What's more, you just got to feel badly for Rachel Dolezal, eh? She's the former director of the NAACP chapter in Spokane, Washington. Like Warren, Dolezal is a white woman, although she has long self-identified as a black woman. Dolezal has been pilloried and even bullied in both social media and Media Classic for her false pronouncements that she's black, even though she apparently did a good job as an NAACP director. She's now considered toxic. How odd. Elizabeth Warren is given a pass as a fake Indian. Bruce Jenner is cheered on for being a fake woman. But Rachel Dolezal is crucified for being a fake African American. It's all so complicated. Say, does anyone know where I can pick up a copy of Identity Politics for Dummies? For TheRebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of The Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.